Thank you for tuning into the third episode of Four Guys, No Lies, the informative series that offers a fresh perspective on all historical news. I'm your host, The Giraffe. With me tonight is the ginger, the blonde, and the beard. We are Four Guys, No Lies.
Hello, I'm the Ginger, and welcome to this newest episode of Four Guys, No Lies. Today we'll be discussing the social justice and science controversy known as genetic cloning. This is a formerly unknown topic to many viewers, so we'll be passing it to our residential scientist, Blondie McBlonderson. Passing it to you, Blondie.
Hello, my name is Dr. Blonderson, and I'm a well-known scientist around the world who works with genetic cloning each and every day. Cloning is when an organism gets copied genetically. It can take place both naturally and also in a lab, like what I do.
Well, that's very interesting. Can you tell us more about that, please?
Sure. With the new technology that scientists have today, we are able to copy the DNA of an organism to create a new organism that is exactly the same. In the wild, asexual reproduction takes place in a plant, which ends up creating another plant that is genetically the same as the parent.
Now, what things can, or rather, have been genetically cloned?
We can do this to many different plants and also some animals. In my career, I have coded cattle, horses, chickens, and even dogs and cats. Many other mammals have also been coded, but I have not had the chance to work with them yet. You will probably ask next what we do this for, and many times we do this to test different drugs and substances to see how they would affect the different animals.
Yeah, you read my mind. Is cloning done the same way with plants and animals, or is it different depending on the type?
There are actually 3 different types of cloning, which include genetic cloning, therapeutic cloning, and reproductive cloning.
Well, would you like to elaborate on those different types of cloning?
Yeah, I guess I have time. Gene cloning is when a piece of DNA is given to a vector, which then the host cell can copy. Therapeutic cloning, on the other hand, includes making patient-matched stem cells, which is used for treating diseases like we talked about earlier. Finally, reproductive cloning is pretty much a clone of the whole organism. This is used with animals to make a replica of the animal clone. Even though this does not work many times, and the animals are not as healthy as the original ones, with advancing technology, this could be an easy experiment in the future.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Blondie McBlonderson. Passing it now to an expert in the field, the Giraffe. Passing it to you, the Giraffe.
Thank you, red-headed ginger man. Before we go and talk with our expert, the beard, over this topic, it's time for the question of the day, presented to you by the ginger. What's the ginger thinking about?
Oh yeah, our debatable topic for today is, would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Passing it to our crew today for their opinions, start with Giraffe.
In my opinion, I'd rather take on the 100 duck-sized horses for a couple of reasons. First, if they're going to attack you, they're either like a grandma shark. See, they're not going to hurt you with those things. Second, they're the size of a puppy, and they'll remind you of 100 little footballs. I'll just be punting them around like no tomorrow, and then they'll learn who's the boss. I would not want to go against this horse-sized duck, because 1, ducks are mean. Have you ever had a duck steal your sandwich at the zoo? Because I sure have, and it wasn't even a big duck. I mean, a duck that size might even just take and eat you. If you're going to fight a duck of this size, you have to throw some punches because you're not going to take it down any other way. 1, when you throw a punch, the duck's going to be so muscular, you're just going to hurt your hand. Or 2, the duck's going to be so dang fat that when you punch, your arm and hand are going to fling back faster than you punched. It's just going to be like punching a giant trampoline. So for those reasons, I'm fighting the horses.
Well, you may have been attacked by a duck at the park once or twice. You live to tell the tale. No one's ever lived to tell the tale of a horse attack. Now, you may be saying, oh, horses don't attack people. Maybe they don't. But in this situation, they will. And when they will, they come after you, and there's 100 of them. Duck size, horse size, doesn't matter. They're killing machines. Overall, horses are way scarier than that one big duck. That duck probably can't even stand on its own legs, it's so frail. God forbid you don't feed it a couple crackers, it gets a little angry. Horses have been bred for centuries to be machines of war. Ducks have been sitting in the evolutionary gene pond, eating bread, wallowing in their own filth. Passing it now to a caller Yes, caller, we're listening.
Let me tell you what. I live on my farm with my tractor. If I see 100 horses coming at me, oh, they get run over real easy. If I see duck coming at me, that thing gonna eat my tractor. I'll tell you what, that's how it's gonna go.
Sir, with all due respect, you appear to be not very highly intelligent in the matter, and obviously, the things that you said, you don't know anything about horses and ducks. Those horses would destroy your tractor. Horses have enough power to stop your heart, so just because they're a little smaller doesn't mean they pack any less punch. And one big duck, yep, still an herbivore, not gonna eat your tractor.
Thank you. Now let's talk to the beard and find out more information on genetic cloning.
First off, I would like to thank you for inviting me to this prestigious show. I'm a huge fan. Second off, I am a researcher who has studied genetic cloning since my college days. What would you like to know?
Could you give us some places and times when genetic cloning has taken place? In other words, some cool stories?
Absolutely. The first animal ever to be cloned was a sheep named Dolly in 1996. After 276 attempts, Scottish researchers made Dolly, and about 2 years after that, researchers who were in Japan cloned 8 calves from a single cow, but only 4 of them ended up surviving. Before Dolly, scientists were trying to clone animals like mice, cow, sheep, chickens, but Dolly was the first successful cloning on an animal. Animals that are cloned do not look identical because that is not what is being copied. It is their DNA. So they have the same genetic makeup, but not the same looks.
This is very interesting, especially since the first cloning took place just over 20 years ago. What is known about humans in genetic cloning?
That is a great question. So far, from what I know, a human has never been cloned, and unless it is happening right now at this time, there is no evidence to show that it has been done. Cloning humans would be much harder than animals because spindle proteins end up being removed to make room for a donor nucleus, which ends up messing up cell division.
So you say that no human has ever been cloned, but it has been attempted?
Yes, it has been attempted, but like I said earlier, no evidence has been revealed to show that it was successful. In 1998, scientists from South Korea said to have cloned a human, but no evidence was shown to make it believable. In 2002, Clonaid, which is a type of religious group, announced that they had born a girl named Eve. Different people asked for proof of this, but were never given any, so it is seen as a false attempt. Finally, another group from South Korea published a paper claiming to have made a human embryo in a test tube. Later investigations showed that this was not the case and the paper was taken down. Those are just some examples that I know of off the top of my head. I hope you learned something today.
Yes, we have all been from listening to you talk. Thank you and enjoy your day studying this topic. Now back to you, Ginger Man.
Thanks, you filthy animal. On behalf of the Four Guys No Lies crew, I'd like to thank everyone here for watching our video again for the 4th consecutive week. We all hope you've learned a little bit more about the world you live in and about genetic cloning, which is sort of a taboo subject in today's society. Yeah, we'll see you back here next week with another brand new topic and, of course, another question. Yeah. So have a nice day, stay safe, and watch out for those horses. Bye.